Alright. So, we were just doing a case where we went back in time to Athena case, and she did it with Apollo. And so, we have met her now, and we are going to investigate, and I'm assuming probably start the trial in the not-too-distant future.
Well, someone you feel has been wrongfully accused because some people think it's a mythical creature that caused the homicide, but the only other person in the room had injuries, and he's the mayor of the neighboring town, but it's like Damien Timu or Tarmu, but his name is eerily similar to
Taro
to the mythical creature too, so.
And the opening movie showed us a creepy-looking guy who
looks like Joker.
Yeah, which I'm going to assume is going to be whoever did it. Yeah, it is weird that he's being accused when he was unconscious, even though his fingerprints are on it. But we'll see where this goes. Okay, what's next on the list? Investigating the crime scene. What else? Well, what are we waiting for? Last one there is a rotten egg. We don't have to run all the way there. Okay, then how about speed walking? Why does this have to be a competition at all? And so I wonder then... gather information about searching crime scenes. So basically it's mission objectives, so that is. Let's look at the manor garden just to be safe. Do you hear that? It sounds like a TV or something. Oh, look! There's a TV in that little room in the corner. In other news, the mysterious masked wrestler, the Amazing Ninetails, has been confirmed missing according to sources close to the wrestler. It appears he disappeared sometime after the special event held in Ninetails Vale today. He also failed to appear at a match today where he was scheduled to defend his title. Local villagers say his disappearance Taro's recent escape. So that wrestler's gone missing. Hey, you two, you don't belong in here. Eek! Don't worry, there's nothing suspicious. What about them horns of yours? They look mighty suspicious if you ask me. Horns? That's my hair. Anyway, we're lawyers and we're here to... You're them lawyers come to defend Mayor Kenmar, ain't ya? Shoulda reckoned what with that expensive-looking bracelet you got there. The name's Phineas Filch. I'm the caretaker here. Pleased to meet you. Same here. Wow, he looks like a different person now that he's all happy and wide-eyed.
Yeah.
Wow, talk about a quick change of heart. Yeah, there we go. So tell me, demon lawyer. Bet you used them demonic horns of yours to scare the bejeebers out of witnesses, huh? Come here, you little horn demon, you.
Well, the guy in the back looked like he's got horns.
Yeah, what the heck? These horns are, my hair isn't meant to threaten anyone. They ain't? Seems a mighty big waste of perfectly good horns, if you ask me. Then again, ain't none of my business, so... that was fast. Guess he's done with me. Well, I'd best get back to work. Halt, stop right there. Huh? Me? Apollo, your bracelet's gone.
Swiped it?
Don't you worry, Mr. Lawyer, sir. I'll check the lost and found later. Somehow I don't think that'll be necessary. Just check your wrist right now.
Is it on?
Arr! The cat's out of the bag. It was barely in the bag in the first place. That was a pretty pathetic attempt. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Just couldn't control myself. Please forgive me. I'm begging you. Jeez, I almost feel sorry for him now. What should we do about him, Apollo? Well, I got my bracelets back, and he seems sorry enough, so... I knew you'd understand, Mr. Lawyer, sir. You obviously got a big heart. As big as the wad of cash in your wallet, I hope. Heh. You leave my wallet out of this. Ho-ho! Hey, didn't you just finish apologizing for stealing from us? Run away, head for the hills.
Is it still what?
Get back here, you. Talk about a quick escape. Looks like he dropped a few things. Looks like a pair of diagrams. This one's at the crime scene, and here's one at the foyer. He left his shoes behind, too. This guy's the living definition of a bumbling thief. Let's hang on to his shoes. We can give them back next time we see him. As for the diagrams, I say we keep them. They look like something the police might draw. Wonder where the caretaker got them. Now then, as I recall, the Fox chamber should be at the top of those stairs. Whoa! Where'd all these black feathers and weird tracks come from? The popular opinion seems to be that they're from Tenmataro. You mean the great evil has returned? Even if he did, I'd be laughed out of the courthouse trying to indict him. Hey, who are you and what are you doing here? This is a crime scene. And who are you? Are you with the police? I asked first, who are you and what are you doing here? On second thought, I'm placing you under arrest for disturbing a crime scene. Ack, under arrest? But save it for the boys back at HQ. Now come quietly or else. I don't want to be late for lunch. Please, Wade, we're Mayor Tenma's lawyers. Well, why didn't you say so? So you're the lawyers I heard about. Ha ha ha, I almost took you two in. You two sure were suspicious, though. I don't know how many more times I can take being called suspicious in one day. Sorry, we didn't catch your name. My name? I'm Bobby Fulbright. The heroic detective who defends our good citizens from evil. The champion of justice who comes running whenever you're in need. And my catchphrase? It's in justice we trust. Oh boy, this guy's a story and a half. In justice we trust, or in justice we trust. So, what can I do for you? So, would it be okay if we had a look around? Certainly not. No unauthorized personnel allowed. Couldn't you make an exception? Cease and desist at once, or you'll have to deal with my little friend here. Ack, yikes, is he reaching for his... In justice we trust. Phew, it's just his badge. You may be Mayor Tenma's attorneys, but you still need authorization to cross a police line. Let's see if we can't change his mind. Good luck, let me know how it goes. I bet he's as dense as heroes come. You're wasting your time and mine. Nobody's crossing the line without authorization. I'm a wall of justice keeping injustice, that would be you, at bay. I knew it. Look, there's just you, us and you here, right? Justice and me, you say. That's right. Are you trying to say that justice and I aren't enough to keep you out? What? No, silly. We're saying that you're an inspiration in our quest for justice. No, it can't be. You have him on the ropes now, Athena. If we were on the side of justice, would you let us through? But guarding the crime scene is a part of justice, too. Sure. But only a bad guy would stand in the way of justice, right? Arrgh. Whose justice is the most just here? Well, we can't have a fair and just trial without a thorough investigation, so... Oh, Lady Justice, what would you have me do? I think we really got to him. Yeah, he seems pretty neurotic as far as champions of justice go. Our pleas for justice must have had a huge impact. It's tying him up in knots. Now's our chance to start looking around. After all that about authorized personnel only, this was surprisingly easy. Should I stop them or let them through? Whose justice is more just? Well, let's get to work. We're supposed to be finding clues related to the crime, right? Right, a search of the crime scene should turn up some evidence we can use at the trial. Let's try viewing the crime scene from different angles. You never know what's hiding just around the corner, right? So we move the cursor with up, left, down, right. And change our perspectives with R and R. If there's a particular spot you want to examine, just give it a tap. Okay, let's leave no stone unturned. Nous allons commencer. Let's get started.
What's the green thing on the floor?
I guess we're about to find out. There's something wedged under this chair. Let's see if we can't lift it up and... Freeze! Yikes! No disturbing crime scene evidence, even if you are the mayor's lawyers. He does have a point there. Hey, Detective Fulbright, did you hear about the attack over at Yokai Lane? I heard an elderly woman was assaulted by a strange yokai shaped like a roll of cloth. And you waited till now to tell me? I better get over there at once, in justice we trust. That was surprisingly easy. Okay, Apollo, now's our chance to look around some more. The more I get to know her, the scarier she gets. Hope she never finds my weakness. Whatever this is, it's stuck on tight. Looks like a large blood-stained cloth. The blood's probably the alderman's, but it's pretty far from his body. Wonder how it got here, and why does this seem important? Just look at this really fast. Okay. Air duct. And that's the foyer, and that's a security camera. Okay. So this is where Alderman QB's body was found. Apparently the murder weapon, a spear, had Mayor Tenma's prints on it. That's not good. Never fear, Detective Fulbright is here. Yikes. Of course, I can't offer you any information on my investigation, so, in the name of justice, I must say goodbye. What was that all about? These weird tracks must have been made when someone stepped in the alderman's blood. Maybe the killer inadvertently made them when they were fleeing. They're pretty big tracks, almost bird-like. The feathers are also point to a bird. But it must be one big bird, and not of the friendly yellow type either. Maybe it's a mutant bird creature. So your theory is a giant mutant bird murdered Alderman QB with a spear. It's more plausible than saying a monster or yokai did it. Sorry to burst your bubble, but a giant spear-wielding bird is by definition a monster. Wow, this is a pricey-looking chair. Apparently the mayor was found drugged and unconscious in it. Really? Yeah, when he came to, he was arrested for murder. Talking about your rude awakenings. So he's the prime suspect in a crime he knows nothing about. That stinks. Oh, poor Mr. Tenma. He must be feeling so scared and confused. Apollo, it's up to us to save him. It's like she's on her own emotional roller coaster.
Is that a cup on the floor?
Yeah, I was trying to get it, but it looks like it's not... The Forbidden Chamber. They said the demon Tenmatara was imprisoned in there before his escape. Think we can get this door open? It's worth a try. No good, it's shut tight. I don't even see a keyhole. Seems pretty hopeless. In justice we trust. Yikes. Did I just hear the voice of someone in need? Allow me to fill you in. This door simply will not open. We've tried and tried, but it won't budge. It's an essential part of the culture found in this manor, so we can't blow it up either. So an unopenable door. Right. According to Miss Jinxie Tenma, it was shut tight when she came across the crime scene. Thanks for the tip, Detective Fulbright. We didn't expect you to be so helpful. Arr! Forget I just said that. So the Forbidden Chamber was... Sounds like something I'd better keep in mind. Look, this statue only has one tail. Maybe it's the nine-tailed fox's sidekick. I bet the number of tails represents a yokai's power. So if you had two Apollo, I'd only have one? Wait, what? Not that it means you're better than me, got it? Like I said, what? This one's a spear, but what about this one? It looks like a giant pair of pliers. Looks like something a demon might use. Saw something like that in a manga once. Really? What are they used for? Oh, things like pinching through cheeks. Ew! Pulling out tongues. Stop, stop! Oh, and you should see what they can do to a person's eyes. Okay, I get the idea. But I'm sure this thing is just a simple can opener or something like that. Demons eat canned foods? I always wondered what they ate besides people. Okay, so now...
Pink thing on the floor.
Didn't we do that?
No.
Okay, so it's just there. Alright, let's... What do we have here? Looks like a statue of the nine-tailed fox and Tenmataro battling it out. Careful, Apato, it's got blood on it. Really? Hey, you're right, wonder if it's the alderman's blood. How can you remain so calm after seeing all this blood? Well, this isn't the first I've seen something like this, so... You're no fun at all. At least act surprised or grossed out or something for my first case. I'm already Alora. You want me to be an actor, too? Wonder if that's what they used to knock the mayor out. Look, trophies! Ooh, this one was awarded to Alderman Kyobi. The Amazing Nine Tails, Yokai Division winner, Tenma Town Pro Wrestling Tournament. Yokai Division? I didn't know you could have a division of 1. Apollo, you should enter the tournament next time. And I have the perfect name for you. The Mysterious Firebrand. A mild-mannered masked lawyer by day, demonic masked wrestler by night. No one's going to hire a masked lawyer, Athena. Huh, that looks like an air vent. It's pretty high up there.
Don't bite.
What if you got a running start and jumped? I doubt even a high jumper could make it. Don't rule it out before you try it. Besides, I'm an excellent jumper. Even so, that must be about 9 feet high. Like I said, you don't know until you try, Monsieur Justice. She doesn't know when to give up and when to stop using foreign words. Look, a cat with 2 tails. No such thing. Oh, and this lady has a really long neck. Ha ha, how funny is that? There's no way a creature like that could ever exist. She'd have a tough time walking. Apollo, I wish you were one of those kids who didn't believe in science. What's that got to do with anything? Hey, this window opens. Get out of the way, outside. Steep cliff. The window only opens about 6 inches, not wide enough for anyone to get in or out. Look, Apollo, there's something caught in the window frame. It looks like gold fur. What a pretty color. Must be from some kind of animal. Wonder what it's doing here. Did Alderman Kyubi have a pet fox? Guess that about wraps it up. Now, if only we could get the detective to tell us what he knows. Hey, Apollo, do you hear something? I don't hear anything. Oh, right. Your hearing must not be as sensitive as mine. What are you talking about? A whooshing sound, like wind rushing through a narrow strait. And the echo of someone's voice. In just as we trust. Ah! Ha ha ha, someone's got a sharp set of ears. That was the sound of my righteous voice reverberating through the air duct. I heard it through the air ducts? Yeah, check it out. But why would she hear you through there? Why don't we go to the diagram? As you can see, that vent is connected to an air duct that leads out into the hallway. The wind must have rushed through there and carried my monologue with it straight to your ears. And what a unique monologue it was. I was just thinking, maybe the killer made their escape through that air duct or something. Hehehe, a cute theory, but I don't think so. The air duct in the hallway is low enough to climb into, that much is true. But as you can see, the vent in the ceiling is very high. 9 feet high, in fact. I highly doubt that there's any way to get up there without a ladder or something. And I don't see anything of the sort in this room, do you? I guess you're right. Speaking of things in this room, yeah? Can you tell us what you guys turned up, Detective Fulbright? Not on my watch, buddy. In the name of justice, I cannot reveal facts pertaining to the prosecution's case. Aw, come on, throw us a bone here. Excuse me, Detective Fulbright, but I recall you saying earlier that you would come running whenever we were in need. Yerk, I suppose I did say that. Helping those in need is what justice is all about, but keeping information out of enemy hands is also a form of justice. Arr. Which justice is the most just? Why is this always so hard? Well, how about this? Let's do a little give and take. I mean, serving the public is part of justice too, right? You know, like the police motto? To serve and protect? I doubt leaking information to the defense team falls under that motto. Yes, of course. I must serve as well as protect. Okay, I will share some information. In the name of justice. We did it, Apollo. Yeah, we did it all right, but I'm not sure that was entirely ethical. No Detective Sky, I guess. Was it Miss Jinxie Tenma who first discovered the crime scene? That's right, and this photo shows what she saw when she opened the door. Miss Tenma had a key allowing her immediate access. A key? So then the Fox chamber was locked. Yes, and Miss Tenma had the only key to its door. Really, so Alderman Cubey didn't have a key to the Fox chamber. Actually, he had a master key for most of the doors in the manor, but it disappeared after his murder. Disappeared? You think the killer took it? It could very well be connected to the murder. We're looking into the possibility now, but it's the timing of Miss Tenma's discovery that I think is the most important. Of course, I'm not going to share that information with you. Ha ha ha. You think you're some kind of champion of justice, but you're just plain old mean. I won't fall for that, you shameless rascal. I only help good little boys and girls. Shameless rascal? Who even says that? Well, I wouldn't exactly call you a good little girl either. Okay. Feathers and tracks. Those feathers and tracks look like something a yokai might leave behind. You don't actually think the murderer was some sort of monster, do you? What's the name of that creature? Because from the black feathers and big tracks, it looks like that creature did it. Our prime suspect would, no doubt, love to pin the blame on some imaginary creature. Can Tenma, whatchamacallit, even be called a victim of slander? Even be made a victim of slander? I doubt the mayor would do something as childish as blaming a boogeyman. So the most likely scenario so far is the Tenma guy left the feathers and tracks behind to make it look like the yokai Tenma was the killer. Wait, what? Now I'm as confused as you. At any rate, I doubt Mayor Tenma would plant evidence like that. So, Mayor Tenma is your only suspect? That's right, even his name, Damien Tenma, makes him sound like a villain. And he's really scary looking, too. Wait, are you telling me that's why he was arrested? Ha ha ha, don't be ridiculous. He was the only one without an alibi. Oh, is that so? Yep, other than the victim, the suspect, and Miss Tenma, the only others around were Mr. Filch and Mayor Tenma's aide, and the two of them were together at the time. Filch, the guy who tried to steal my bracelet, just living up to his name, I guess. We should go talk to him again when we have a chance. What about Jinxie? She's not being suspected at all? She may have no alibi whatsoever, but she also has no motive. It's unfathomable that she would murder the alderman and pin the crime on her father. Besides, do you really think a little girl could lift up this huge spear? True enough, that spear looks even bigger than her. That's about all I can reveal at this time. Well, you must admit, Damien Tenma appears to be the most likely suspect. I admit it looks bad, but I'm still not buying it. Oh, and one more thing. I must warn you about the prosecutor. The prosecutor assigned to Mayor Tenma's trial? That's the one. He's, how shall I put it, not what you'd expect. That is, unless you face a convicted killer serving hard time as a prosecutor before. What the? Is this some kind of joke? Can I ask why a man imprisoned for murder is serving as prosecutor? Because he's mastered the use of psychology in courtroom battles. Everyone's talking about how this murder was the work of some strange creature, but yokai are nothing more than a figment of the imagination. They're baloney. Who better to prove this than a master of psychology? He's the best man for the job. But he's a convicted murderer, no matter how you look at it. That is insane. That's just insane. Well, the chief prosecutor personally assigned him, so none of us are in a position to question the matter. Ha ha ha. This really is the dark age of the law. This prosecutor, he wouldn't happen to go by the name Blackquill, would he? Bingo, Simon Blackquill. So you have heard of him. You could say that. What's that supposed to mean? Well, I bet you don't know his unofficial title. Everyone ever heard of the Twisted Samurai? That's Prosecutor Blackquill. The Twisted Samurai, is that because he's a criminal? Well, yes and no. You could say it also has to do with the effect his crime had on things. How so? His conviction is what twisted and warped the legal world into this dark age of the law. What, and he of all people is going to stand in court tomorrow? Ha ha ha, never fear. I myself will be there to protect you. That's reassuring, I guess. Well, you kids knock yourselves out. Can't wait to see how you do tomorrow. Wait, Detective Fulbright, I've been meaning to ask you something. Why are you barefoot? This doesn't look like the sort of place where you need to take your shoes off. I hadn't even noticed. Why am I barefoot? You honestly hadn't noticed until just now? Wait a second. Those shoes we found earlier. Excuse me, Detective Fulbright. These wouldn't happen to be your shoes, would they? Yes they are. My favorite pair, in fact. Thank you for bringing them to me. You must truly be on the side of justice. Don't tell me Mr. Filch actually stole from a detective. Stealing shoes right off of someone's feet, that's pretty amazing. I find it more amazing that Detective Fulbright didn't notice. Well, it looks like we've gotten all we can out of the detective, so let's see. Maybe we should go have a word with Mr. Filch. I want to hear what his alibi is. This is just awful. It's terrible, I say. Somebody help. Oh, look, it's Mr. What was it again? Finch? No. The name's Filch. Phineas Filch. Keep on pilfering, and you may wind up a jailbird instead. So what seems to be the problem, Mr. Filch? Oh, it's just terrible. Terrible, I tell you. Come quick. Okay. What's the deal with him all of a sudden? Looks like some kind of mask. It's the Amazing Ninetales mask. The Amazing Ninetales? Oh, right, the wrestler who appeared during the festival's special event. What's his mask doing here? He'd never take off his mask like this. Someone must have killed him. What? Who would do such a thing? Let's go talk over there in private. Look. There's some white hair caught up inside this mask. So what makes you believe that the Amazing Ninetales has been murdered? You really want to know, eh? You're a studious one, ain't you? Yes, no, just tell me, please. Well, it's like this. I dreamed of becoming a wrestler myself. Hey, how about you join me in the quest for the champion's belt? What a team! Me and my bandit's mask, and you and that demon mask of yours. Demon mask? Hey, I wonder if I can make it big. Apollo, let's save your pro wrestling debut until after the trial. Huh? Oh, no, I wasn't actually... why did I let him pull me off topic like that? Come on, Apollo. Ask him about the Amazing Ninetales murder already. The Amazing Ninetales is our village's savior, and don't you forget it. His trademark's a gold cape made to look like 9 foxtails. He whirls through the ring, smacking down Tenma Town wrestlers left and right. He sparked the monster craze, revitalizing Ninetales Vale in the blink of an eye. Yep, saved our village from becoming a ghost town. Now it's a yokai town. Huh, the Amazing Ninetales really does sound, well, amazing. Yeah, pretty amazing, huh? That's why he's worshipped like a hero around here. I'm proud to be from the same village as him. Come to think of it, you look kind of monster-like yourself, Mr. Filch. Guess it makes sense since you're from the same village as the Amazing Ninetales. I know. A lot of people have told me I look like a yokai. Since when was that a compliment? Ouch, what's the big idea? Check your pocket. Hey, how'd you do that? Keep it, I got lots more. So you keep saying that the Amazing Ninetales was killed. What's the story behind that? Are you saying he was murdered because his mask washed up along the river outside? That's only part of it. The main reason is no one's seen him since the special event. The word around Ninetales Vale is he was killed by Tenma Taro. You villagers are really superstitious, aren't you? That we are. We love conspiracy theories too, like the mayor's diabolical plot. The mayor? Of Tenma Town? What is he plotting? Rumor has it he's planning on releasing Tenma Taro. That's why he wants the merger. He'll open the Forbidden Chamber once he's in control. That's quite a tale. Ain't finished yet. There was only one person who could stop the mayor. Our hero, the Amazing Ninetales. He vowed to battle the mayor of Tenma Town and stop the municipal merger. I couldn't make this stuff up if I tried. Apollo, we still have to ask him about the alderman's murder, remember? Mr. Filch, would you mind telling us what you were doing at the time of the murder? I was in the caretaker's office guarding the entrance like Mr. Cuby said I should, and I made double sure no one came in. I had a clear view of the foyer from where I work. You must be talking about this small room in the upper right. It definitely looks like you can keep track of the comings and goings from there. And you have an alibi to back up your statement, Mr. Filch. I do indeed. I was with Mayor Tenma's aide. Florent Labelle's his name. So the two of you were together. That's a pretty sound alibi, all right. And nobody came in or out of the manor around the time of the murder? Kept watch here the whole time. Didn't see a soul pass by. And if anyone did, that their security camera would have spotted them. So no one came in or out around the time of the murder. That means we're dealing with someone who was already inside when it happened. So do you think this mask is the real deal? Without a doubt, this here's the mask worn by the Amazing Ninetales. What about that white hair I found inside the mask? Wait, I just thought of something. Remember the golden animal fur we found at the crime scene? Could it have come from this mask? Look, there's even a spot where some fur is missing. Then this places this mask at the crime scene at some point in time. Which means... What does this mean? Someone with white hair who is linked with the murder and is against the merger? No way. Could the Amazing Ninetales and the Alderman actually be... Something wrong, Apollo? You should see the look on your face. Oh no, it's nothing. Maybe Jinxie could tell us something, since she works here. Let's see if we can find Jinxie. Oh look, there's Jinxie. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ice cream, and... Sounds like she's out grocery shopping. She must really like dairy products. A charm to make a better milkshake, and another to cure my lactose intolerance. Maybe she should just stick to soy milk. Jinxie, hey, it's me. Eek! It's the demon lawyer! Not another warding charm. Apollo? Who is she? Oh, right. This is your first time meeting each other. This is Jinxie, Mayor Tenma's daughter. She was the first to discover the crime scene. Oh, so she's the one who... hello, my name's Athena Sykes. I'll be helping Apollo defend your father at his trial. Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you too. Where's Trucy? She went back to the office ahead of us. But don't worry, Athena and I are on the case. Wait, how do I know that you didn't gobble her up alive? Relax, I didn't eat her up. I wouldn't do such a thing in the first place. Oh, poor little Trucy. I'm about ready for some tears of frustration myself. She's quite an interesting character, huh, Apollo? Jinxie, do you remember any more of what happened? Not much, at least not yet. But you do think Tenmataro was the killer, right? That yokai we saw at the festival? I don't know anything about that. Huh? But you said Tenmataro... It's okay, Jinxie. You can tell me. Yikes, what was that for? People see things when they don't get enough sleep. There's no such thing as monsters. Huh? What's gotten into her? So if there are no monsters, you admit I'm human. No, you're still a demon. Oh, I give up. Seems like Jinxie doesn't want to talk about Tenmataro for some reason. But that's precisely what we need to know more about. Besides, she definitely thought there was a yokai there in the Fox Chamber. Jinxie, about this charm. Ah, that's... You gave me this when I was heading off to the scene of the crime. You thought Tenmataro was the murderer. That's why you gave this to me, right? That's true, but if there's anything else you could tell us, it would really help. And it will help your father, too. Alright then. Why do you think Tenmataro's the killer? I saw him with my own eyes. Tenmataro was right there in the manor. He escaped his prison and ran right by me. What? Jinxie, tell us everything you saw. I called the police after I stumbled on the scene. I was just about to head back to the festival grounds when I saw Tenmataro. It was right around here. He was running right at me. I was paralyzed with fear, but there was no one around to help me. Ugh. The foul beast raced right by me toward the foyer. Toward the foyer? Mr. Filch and Mr. LaBelle were supposedly in the foyer at the time. That means they would have seen Tenmataro too. Sounds like we better get their statements. Considering Jinxie's mental state, her eyes could have been playing tricks on her. Apollo? Remember the picture in this paper? Someone caught Tenmataro flying through the air. I wonder if it's the same Tenmataro Jinxie says she saw. Don't be ridiculous. Tenmataro is the killer, and he can fly too. Jinxie works at the Alderman's Manor, so maybe she can shed some light on this. So no one knows the Amazing Ninetales' true identity. Uh-huh. They say no one's ever seen him without his mask. Doesn't that make you want to know even more? Uh-huh. That's why matches where wrestlers try to expose their opponent are so popular. Wait, you mean expose as in strip them naked? Eek, you even think like a demon. The only thing the winner removes is the loser's mask. To have your mask torn off is the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. Like Rey Mysterio.
Yes.
That's why their masks are more important to them than life itself. So you see, these unmasking matches are life and death battles for the wrestlers. That means this mask didn't just happen to wash up along the riverbank. There's got to be a story behind it. No one can stop the Amazing Ninetales. Bet you'd be shocked to find out he's really the Alderman. About the yokai you saw at the scene of the crime, anything else stand out? Actually, I heard this strange jangly sound. A jangly sound? Can you be a little more specific? My memory's kind of fuzzy, but I vaguely recall seeing Tenmataro holding a staff or something like that. Maybe that's what was making the strange sound. Does Tenmataro actually usually carry a staff? Good question, I've never heard anything like that, and it's not shown on the scroll. How about in other documents? Any of them show Tenmataro with a staff? This is the only known document depicting Tenmataro. After all, those who needlessly depict the demon are forever cursed. Then what's the deal with the Tenmataro you saw, Jinxie? Why didn't you tell me you saw Tenmataro earlier? Actually, Mr. LaBelle told me not to tell. Mr. LaBelle? Papa's aide. Oh, right. The other guy who was supposedly in the foyer at the time of the crime.
That's the Joker dude?
Yeah, it looks like his hair. And what exactly did he tell you? Keep the village superstitions in mind before you go talking about seeing Tenmataro at the time of the crime. Village superstitions? They say you must not gaze upon Tenmataro, but in the event that you do look, and then tell anyone what you saw, Tenmataro will claim your soul. And that's something everyone here knows? Sounds like a bunch of baloney to me. Uh-huh. Everyone from babies to the village elders know about it. But I didn't because I'm not from around here. Hey, come to think of it. Huh? Why is everyone hiding their faces? Hey, you there, you mustn't stare at Tenmataro like that. Lower your eyes. He'll steal your soul if you're not careful. Huh? Steal my soul? Seriously? The guy at the special event thing said almost the exact same thing. Apollo, do you think this LaBelle guy actually believes in Tenmataro? I seriously doubt it. He's not even from Ninetails Vale. Then why would he try to keep Jinxie from talking? Good question. I think we better go have a word with him. Time to unmask this monster of a mystery. The last time I saw Mr. LaBelle, he was relaxing in the foyer. Bueno. Next stop, the manor foyer. With any luck, he'll be there waiting for us. There's no one here. Guess our luck isn't so good when it comes to Mr. LaBelle. Maybe he's out for a walk or something. Somebody left something on the sill of the caretaker's office window. Oh, it's a TV program guide. Blow-by-blow commentary by Timothy Twilight. Looks like someone circled a pro wrestling match. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Eek! It's Oh, Mr. Filch. What can we do for you? I bet you was going to scream monster, which really isn't much of a stretch. Ain't nothing I need you to do for me, but what business do you got with my TV listings? Oh no, it just caught my eye. Can I ask if you watched this pro wrestling program today? Yep, 'twas a match between a couple of rank amateurs, though. It was a complete disaster. I reckon even I could have done better than that. I seriously doubt that. Almost forgot, there's something I wanted to ask him. Mr. Phillips, did you see anything unusual around the time of the murder? For example, Tenmataro or something like that? Huh? Tenmataro? So you did see him. My, how clean and shiny your forehead is again today, Mr. Lawyer, sir. Bet you shine it up every day, real purty like. The ladies must love it. Don't change the subject, and FYI, that was a seriously bad attempt at flattery. Jinxie said she saw Tenmataro flee toward the foyer. So you must have seen him too if you were here. Yikes! Wow, I really pushed a button there. Well, do you see anything or not? It's him. Oh my god, he even has a purple suit like the Joker. This is quite enough. I must...
In this game series, I feel like they put a lot of bad people in purple. The Gavins, Edgeworth, or like your nemesis is always in purple.
I guess Godo's an exception there. I forgot if Von Karma was. That is quite enough. I must ask that you not pester my friend anymore. Yipes! Forgive me for being pestered, sir. And you are? I am Florent LaBelle. Beau Divine and personal aide to Mayor Damien Tenma. Beau Divine? More like Yokai Grotesque. This place is crawling with monsters. Oh, excuse you. Ack. What the heck was that for? Ah ha ha ha. It was just a little cologne. You have a look of stinky sweat about you. It's from my own original brand of cosmetics called Je Suis LaBelle, or however you pronounce it. Oh, what a heavenly scent. Ugh, I think you just paralyzed my olfactory receptors. Ah ha ha ha. I suppose such a scent would be difficult for a peasant to appreciate. I'll have you know that is brand number 5 Bonjour. It's my way of introducing myself. Enjoy. Where's my bottle of Adieu, so I can return the favor? Enough about the cologne. Please tell us what you saw around the time of the murder. I heard you're the one who told Jinxie not to mention that she saw Tenmataro? Why, that little... So she told you she saw the demon, did she? Mr. LaBelle, do you mind if I ask whether you believe in the village superstitions? Ah ha ha ha. Oh, please. I was merely trying to keep with traditions. Nevertheless, I will say this. I wouldn't stick my nose into this whole Tenmataro business if I were you. Bad things happen to those who do. That much is true. He is one scary monster. That's crazy. You really expect me to believe that monsters are real? Ha 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 ha. Well, you're real, and you sure look like a monster. Look who's talking! So, Mr. LaBelle, you didn't see Tenmataro. Ah! Little Jinxie has an active imagination. Isn't that right, Phineas? That's right, I didn't see nothing, especially not Tenmataro. As for me, I only see things with beauty. That's why I can barely see you. Ha 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 ha! I've got 2 words for this guy. Total freak. Could I ask you what you were doing at the time of the crime? In other words, you'd like to hear my alibi. Tiff, to think you suspect me of all people. Oh no, it's just a formality. We asked everyone the same question. Ah! How dare you doubt me? That's an affront to beauty itself. You obviously... like that spritz really helped. What were we doing, you ask? Go ahead, Filchy, answer the question. At the time of the crime, we were, in this here foyer. Exactly. Good answer, Filchy. Good answer. Just repeating what you told. Ouch! I said that you've said quite enough. What is with these two? Great, now he's got me talking like that. Are we quite through here? I'm a very busy man, you know. Right. Well, thanks for your help. So these two were in the foyer but didn't see Tenmataro. Come along, Filchy. Where are we going? Oh, right. Gotta practice them statements for tomorrow. Yipes, my eyes. You're going to dig your own grave with that big mouth of yours someday. What does he mean, practice statements? Now, if you would excuse me, it's time to touch up my makeup. Apollo, I know this sounds strange, but Mr. LaBelle seems unusually preoccupied with Tenmataro. Really? How can you tell? Well, it's kind of hard to explain. You see, I can read people's emotions from the tone of their voice. Even you have good ears. Something like that. People's emotions are expressed in the tone of their voice, and my ears can pick up even the subtlest of tones for some reason. That's an interesting skill, but what do you mean he's preoccupied with Tenmataro? I'm not exactly sure, but it was like he was obsessed with the thought of Tenmataro. That's what I picked up from his voice, anyway. Everywhere we turn, it's Tenmataro this, Tenmataro that, We should go talk to the mayor, too. Sounds like a plan. We need to get to the bottom of that rumor about him wanting to release Tenmataro. Something wrong, Apollo? Where did your enthusiasm go? What am I doing asking the mayor if he has ever thought about releasing Tenmataro? At best, he'll think I'm an idiot. At worst... Oh, he's here.
What exactly is his outfit?
It's nice, so nice to finally meet you. Well, let's see when he comes back. I'm Mr. Justice's partner, Athena Sykes. I'm looking forward to working with you, Mr. Tenmataro. Oh yes, I look forward to working with you too. So he has those beads, which I don't really know what they are, and he has those 2 big white fluffy buttons. The tie is an unusual tie I've never seen before.
Is his head a bunch of, to ward off evil?
So it looks like. He didn't have it on when he was in there, though, in the crime scene. Glad he didn't mind Athena calling him by a completely wrong name. Apollo, he's just as kind and gentle looking as I'd imagined. Lucky for you after that blunder you just made. There was something I wanted to ask you about. There are rumors going around about how you want to or did set Tenmataro free. What utter nonsense! Yikes! They always assume the worst of me because of the way I look. But those rumors don't have a shred of truth, I tell you. A little touchy about his appearance, isn't he? What he really needs to work on are his people skills. So rumor has it that you want to push the merger through in order to release Tenmataro. Of course! That's a bunch of baloney, isn't it? Urgh. Ah, sorry if I offended you. So that's the talk around town, is it? I can see how that would make you angry. What if Jinxie's schoolmates start teasing her about this? Huh? I must break out of here at once. Her tormentors must be taught a lesson. No, wait, first we have to get to a not guilty verdict. Don't try to stop me. This is about a father's duty to his darling daughter. Hold tight, sweet Jinxie. Daddy's coming to save you. Relax, we'll look out for your daughter until we can get you free. Is that so? You don't need me to go straighten things out myself? Whew, boy, they'd probably call in the SWAT team if he showed up at her school. Oh, right, I ought to ask about the reason behind the merger. It seems like you were rather forceful in pushing for the municipal merger. Did you really want Ninetales Vale that badly? Yes, well, it's quite an attractive prize in terms of tourism. Ooh. Wait, am I feeling what I think I'm feeling? Sure, I played a bit of hardball, but only when I deemed it necessary. I knew it, my bracelet's reacting. What is it, Apollo? Mayor 10 may not be telling the whole truth. Really? How can you tell? People invariably tense up when they lie. That's where my bracelet here comes in. I can sense when the person I'm talking to is feeling tense. Because it begins to feel tight on my arm. No way. You can do that? Wait, so you believe me just like that? Sure, each of us has our own special gifts. Oh yeah, Athena has a gift too, her special sense of hearing. Still, what do you think the mayor is lying about? I don't know, but it's our job to find out. It's been a while since my bracelets last reacted like this. Let's see if I still remember how to do this. First, I touch my bracelet. Right, now let's give it a whirl. Yes, I remember this feeling of intense concentration. The ability to see the smallest twitch, the slightest frown that no one else can see. Now Mayor Tenma was lying somewhere in that statement he just made. And when he lied, a certain habit made itself clear just under his right eye. I just have to switch my viewpoint up and focus on that area. Alright, I've got him now. His nervous tell should appear when he's trying to pull the wool over my eyes. I've got to pore over every word he says and wait for it to appear. And when it does, I'll perceive it.
Gotcha!
Mr. Mayor, please, you can trust us with the truth. The truth? I don't understand. When you mentioned tourism, the bottom of your right eye started twitching. What nonsense is this? So what if it did? Please tell us more about your merger bid. What more is there to tell? Why were you really seeking to merge with Ninetales Vale? I already told you, tourism. The monster craze really revitalized the village, making it quite the prize. You really don't trust us, do you? What are you talking about? The village has been hot property ever since the monster craze started, has it not? I think you've yet to realize that what you're saying contradicts the facts. You said that the monster craze really revitalized Ninetales Vale, so you felt it would be an attractive prize for its tourism, but that would contradict this. Saved Ninetales Vale from becoming a ghost town. Yeah, the monster craze almost made it a ghost town. The monster craze in Ninetales Vale is a very recent phenomenon. It was sparked when the amazing Ninetales rose up against the municipal merger. The village was practically a ghost town before then. Arrgh. So you see, you couldn't have possibly seen it as an attractive prize for its tourism. What's the real reason behind your push to merge Tenma Town with Ninetales Vale, huh? Well, uh, are... Are you ready to tell me the truth now? Honestly, I never wanted to pursue the merger in the first place, but I had no choice if I wanted to protect my darling little Jinxie. Protect her from what? I received a threat. It said either I go through with the merger or my Jinxie dies. What? How awful! Who would do such a thing? I don't know, but whoever blackmailed me must be connected to the murder. Wait, so you think the blackmailer and the killer could be one and the same? Alderman QB was immensely popular, so you have to ask, who would want him dead? The blackmailer who wanted the merger at all costs had all the motive in the world. But why go from blackmail to murder? The merger protests won't disappear just because the alderman was killed. Ah, could it be? What if there was another reason for the murder? Like what? Maybe the blackmailer discovered Alderman QB's secret identity, and his secret identity was a threat to the blackmailer's merger scheme. What do secret identities have to do with anything, Apollo? I have evidence revealing the alderman's secret identity. Maybe it's time to use it. I guess so. Mayor Tenma, please take a look at this if you would. That's the amazing Ninetales mask. What is the meaning of this? This mask was almost definitely at the crime scene. And there was some white hair inside. White hair, you say? That's real quick. That's his white hair. Jeez. There was but one person with white hair in the manor that day. What are you saying? You know which man I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about Rex QB, the amazing Ninetales himself. No way. The alderman was impossible. Wait, come to think of it, Alderman QB was a former pro wrestler, so the blackmailer turned killer when he discovered the alderman's secret identity. Didn't I just say that? But yeah, the amazing Ninetales was a threat to the blackmailer's scheme. He opposed the merger and as a result single-handedly sparked the monster craze. Even so, what was the mask doing at the crime scene? There had been an event at the manor, and maybe Alderman QB had taken part in it, if you get my drift. This is absurd. Mr. Mayor, do you have proof of the threat that was made against you? Disappeared after the murder. I've been carrying it around in my briefcase, but now it's suddenly vanished. The blackmailer must have taken it with them after they killed the alderman. Well, at least we've clearly established the killer's motive. Mayor Tenma, visiting hours are over. It would appear this meeting is adjourned.
Another stopping point.
Yeah, and I think this might be the end of the chapter, too. Apollo, do you really think that Tenmataro that Jinxie saw is the killer? I don't know. All I know is there's no such thing as monsters. What about that newspaper article? Could the killer have purposely freed Tenmataro to do the dirty work? Oh, come on. There wasn't any Tenmataro to release in the first place. Yes, but the only suspects the police have right now are the mayor and a yokai. We'll probably be arguing whether there was a yokai involved in court tomorrow. I can already see that look of disbelief on the judge's face. Apollo, are you alright? I'm fine. I'll think of something. I'd better because I can't very well say a flying demon was the killer. At this point, the only thing I know for sure is tomorrow is going to be one doozy of a trial.
Yay!
Yay! I'm looking forward next time we play to seeing how this prosecutor is. Because I don't really know much about him. I think I've seen a couple short snippets of him in like trailers, but I don't really know much about him.
He must be the one that killed her family member or whatever she witnessed because she was really upset when she knew exactly who it was.
Ooh, good observation.
Well, remember there was like the opener, she's like sees someone get hit with a samurai sword?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I
and
think she knows who it is.
oh boy.
Just a hunch.
That's that's a good little theory there. I'm gonna remember that. At least remember the gist of it.
Oh,
So, ooh, exactly 1 hour. Awesome.
great timing.
Okay, so we start the trial. We see who this prosecutor is, and and I guess we'll be using both the bracelet and her emotion psychology
we're gonna
device.
do it now, minutes?
Well, no, you said you're a stopping point, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, good.